Yo, what's going on, people? I'm about to start my last shift in a second, and I was looking at my coding book. Legs are a little sore, but it's all good. I was finishing watching this interview by Willie D. I was going to watch this movie later on, maybe tomorrow. Somebody sent me. I think it's called Hollywood Shuffle. I'm gonna check that out. But this is not a video directed towards anybody, but I told you, when you make comments, it inspires me to do videos. And I saw that Willie D, he did an interview with Vlad TV. I'm not going to put his name in the title because I don't want to bring any traffic to my channel. I don't really want no smoke from anybody. I learned from that whole Carmelo Anthony. It's like, I don't care if you leave comments, but I don't really want to deal. I don't want to. It's certain things, it's a certain audience I don't want to really attract here. I don't really want to attract. I don't really know what you call Vlad TV, his audience, because it could be a mixture of things. Like, Vlad interviews all kinds of people. And you could say that I'm a fan. I'm not going to pretend like I don't watch Vlad, because he interviews interesting guests. My problem with Vlad is he shows the worst in the black community, where people watch this and they get inspired by what they see. They see the rewards that being a criminal, being a thug, being a minstrel can gain you. You can get on Vlad TV, you can make a lot of money, you can, gain popularity, portraying a certain image. And Vlad does what he can. He does the most to show the negative stereotypes, while there are positive stereotypes in the black community. Not everybody from the black community is a criminal, a thug. It's like, why doesn't he interview college students that, like the one 13-year-old that got into I think Ivy League school? Why doesn't he interview him? Why doesn't he interview academics? He interviews them every once in a while, but he doesn't do it consistently like he does drill rappers or criminals. But somebody asked, what is it that he said, and is he required to apologize? Well, yes, and let me tell you why. Because if I was a journalist and I was, interviewing rock bands, death metal bands, punk rock bands, I was, interviewing punk rock singers that had beef with other bands that they accused of taking their style, they hijacked their way of dressing or their lyrics, and I constantly, would instigate beefs with other bands, and I'm making money off of it, and I disrespect somebody like a beloved figure in the punk rock world. Let me think of somebody, because I don't listen to rock music anymore. But when I did, I would say, okay, I don't really listen to rock anymore, but Gigi Allen was loved by a lot of people in the punk rock community. Let's just say, hypothetically, Gigi Allen was like a saint, and he was respected by the entire punk rock community. And I said some crazy shit about Gigi Allen, like Gigi Allen is a rapist and a pedophile, right? But let's just say that wasn't true, and I were to just flat out say that he's a rapist and a pedophile and a sex offender, and everyone came on me, and it was like, that's not true. There's no proof of that. And they required me to apologize. They told me, you got to make an apology, and I half-assed sort of apologize, because I don't truly respect the community that I'm getting rich off. I just look at them as my means of, supporting myself. And that's what Vlad does. He just looks at his interviewees and, his guests, his recurring guests, as money. He's making money off of what he does. He doesn't really truly respect hip hop, the culture, or the people in it. And I told this to a lot of people. The black culture is one of the most easiest cultures to take. This is not a culture that we could really protect. I mean, anybody, and don't take this the wrong way, but anybody can hijack your style of cooking, talking, dancing, singing, rapping. It's not that hard. This is why I feel, at least at my age, I reminisce like with songs I grew up listening to, but I don't listen to rap today because it's like my it's not my generation's rap. But the rap I listened to coming up, I mean talking about 50 Cent, Jay-Z, NWA, Franchise Boys, Lil Jon. Growing up on that, that's my era I grew up in. It brings back memories. But rap today, it's like it's garbage. I can't even get into it. But it's like anybody can come in and hijack our culture. It's not. That's why I feel like we need to make a shift with what is down, what is cool in the black community. Like I really feel like we need to drop, the whole thug gangster rap culture and transition into something else, because everybody else culture, it's not all about music, singing, dancing, rapping. It's not. It's really hard. Like thinking about like Japanese culture. That's something hard to hijack. You can't really hijack Japanese culture like you can black culture. You know how many Asian people that I pick up food from, and they're cooking soul food. What kind of fucking shit is that? I'm going to a Korean store and they're cooking fried chicken, okra, black eyed peas, Arabs too. You have non-black people cooking your own fucking food. Show me a in an Asian neighborhood where it's a black man cooking Japanese cuisine, Korean cuisine. You ain't gonna find it. But back to Vlad, he should have apologized sincerely 5 years ago. It's not really what he said, it's the fact that he didn't. It shows that he doesn't truly respect his audience or the culture that he's a guest in. And I'm gonna say this again. I don't care how much you grew up around black people, you listen to the music. When you are a guest, you are a guest. Just how, if you watch my channel, when I was in all these other fucking states, I was a guest there. I was a guest, like, I was a guest in Wisconsin, I was a guest in Georgia, I was a guest in Florida. That's how that is. When you're a guest, you have to abide by that person's rules. And like I said, Vlad has interesting people on, but I could never just watch him by himself. If he talks about anything by himself, talking about investing, stocks, bonds, I don't watch it because I'm not interested. He's not interesting to me. His guests are. But it was very important. Like, it doesn't matter now, really. But he should have just apologized when the opportunity was there. But it shows you, like I said, he doesn't respect black people. He only looks at us as his income. And also, like I said, when it goes back to stereotypes, he shows the worst of the worst, right? And I do believe, like I said, people that get on his show, they don't have to tell anything like criminal related while they're sitting down talking to him. But I always would ask myself this question: why doesn't he ever interview anybody else but people in the black community that commit crimes? Like, I never seen Vlad interview like other races of people that are criminals. You think about AR Ab, you think about Casanova, you think about Keefe D. I'm pretty sure it's white, there's Asian, there's Hispanic people that commit crimes, and he doesn't really target them. Like you interview musicians, why do you always ask them about past crimes and criminal shit? Like when Booker T was on Vlad TV, he was supposed to get on Vlad TV, I'm damn near sure that he probably would have, the first thing he would have asked Booker T, hey, that robbery you did, back in 1987, what was all that about? What kind of gun did you use? Like, he won't ask, most of that interview will be about the robbery. He won't ask about wrestling or WWE. Well, he will ask those questions, but most of it is about criminal shit. And I feel like this, if you did your time, as much as I hate criminals, like at least certain type that affect other people, if you did your time and it was 30, 40 years ago, I don't really feel like it's relevant. If you changed and you learned your lesson, why ask that? But yeah, it's very important that he I don't think he's sorry, but it's important that he at least understands this is your audience. You need to show some sort of respect.